Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to Geogy classes. Last class, what we have completed, I think we completed profit and loss account, right? Now we are going to solve one problem on balance sheet. Already balance sheet, profit and loss account, trading account, everything, even introduction, everything, the links were given in the description. If you are having any doubts, first watch them and then watch this video. Then it will be more easy for you to understand. Okay. So now here is the question. First, check the question. Now, let us solve this problem. Okay. Here we are preparing balance sheet. Some data is given to you. Data of some assets and liabilities is given to you. By taking them, we have to prepare balance sheet. Here I mentioned very clearly it is a sheet. Balance sheet. It's not any account. If it is account, we will be having debit, credit, etc. To buy, all those things will be there, but this is a balance sheet. Balance sheet has only liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Only this much we have. There is no debit, no credit, there is no to and no buy. Okay, by mistake you write also, it will be treated as wrong. They will strike out fully. So don't write to and buy here for balance sheet. This is just a sheet. Clear? Now, we have so much of data. According to the format, I have told you first you should start with liabilities with capital. Okay. So now, capital, add net profit less drawings. These are the common things do we have all the time. Okay, these are the common things do we have all the time. So whenever you are starting the balance sheet, these three automatically you can write down. Default you just write and keep. If drawings are there, write down the amount. If drawings are not there, just mention nil. Okay, so it will be easier for you. So now first let me check where is capital. Capital is 2 lakhs. So write down 2 lakhs. Okay. Next, is there any net profit? Yes, net profit is 70,000. Add net profit. So to the capital, you are gonna add net profit. Then it will become 2,70,000. Next, from this you have to subtract drawings. Where is drawings? Drawings 20,000. So because of profit, your capital has increased. So we are adding that one. From there, you already withdrawn some amount from the business. So that is called as drawings. So that amount is not there in your business. So I am gonna subtract that one. So now the total amount I have 2,50,000. Okay. And then I will tell you easy step. Till here this is common. First we'll mention long-term liabilities. Next, current liabilities. Long-term liabilities and current liabilities, give the heading before itself. And then here we start with fixed assets, investments and current assets. Okay. Why we are doing that, I will explain. First let me finish the problem, then I will explain you why can't I write down separately. Why I gave all the headings at a time. Okay, so first let us start. We have furniture. Furniture comes under fixed asset or current asset. Furniture is always fixed asset. So write down under fixed assets furniture. Under fixed assets write down furniture. What is the amount? 25,000. Next, prepaid expenses. Already we made the payment. Next month you are not gonna pay. Next year you are not gonna pay. It will be treated as asset. So where it will come? In the asset side. Where? Current asset or fixed asset? It will be treated always current asset. So write down prepaid expenses. Current asset. What is the amount? 1000. Okay. Next, income received in advance. You are supposed to receive in the next month, but you have received now itself. In the future, you are not going to receive that. This will be treated as current liability. So, write down in the current liabilities, income received in advance. What is the amount? Income received in advance? 2000. So, write down 2000. Next one, bills payable. It is also a liability and current liability. Already you learned this one, right? Bills payable. What is the amount? 4000. Next, debtors. Debtors are current assets. So write down in the current assets, debtors. Who are debtors? Debtors are the people who owed money to the business. They are called debtors. Next, bank overdraft. Bank overdraft, where you used money more than what you have in your account, right? Bank overdraft. Already we discussed about that in bank reconciliation statement. So what is this? This is a current liability. So write down bank overdraft. How much? 9,000 rupees. So write down 9,000 here. Next, long-term loans. Mentioned very clearly it is a long-term loans. So write down in long-term liabilities. So long-term loans. What is the amount? 1 lakh. Capital, already I have taken. Land. Land comes under fixed assets. So write down in fixed assets, land 10,000. Drawings, already you have taken. Cash in hand. What you have in your business, that is called current asset. Cash in hand. How much? 5,000. Next, plant and machinery. That is always fixed asset. Plant and machinery. What is the amount? 95,000. Next, accrued income. That means outstanding income. Still we didn't receive. Next month or next year you are going to receive. So that will be treated as assets. So write down in the current assets. So outstanding income is current asset 2000. Next, immediately we have outstanding expenses. What is the amount? 1000. Outstanding income is asset, then outstanding expense, that is also will become asset only. No, right? That will be treated as liability. Where it will come? In the current liability. So write down in the current liabilities, outstanding expenses. What is the amount? Outstanding expenses, it is 1000. Next we have bills receivable. Bills payable is liability. Bills receivable will be asset. What is the amount of bills receivable? 2000. Next one, creditors. Creditors also, debtors is asset. So creditors will be liability and that too current liability. So write down creditors. How much? 99,000. Next one, investment in X company. Investment clearly mentioned. So it is an asset for you. In the investments we are writing. Okay. X company investment. How much? 20,000. Next we have closing stock. Closing stock also called as current asset. What is the amount? 75,000. Next, building. Building is fixed asset. Write down in the fixed assets. Building. How much? 90,000. Goodwill. Goodwill also treated as fixed asset only. If you can keep separate heading, yes you can, but we don't have, so I am writing in this itself. Net profit already we have taken. Next, cash at bank 20,000. Cash at bank 20,000 treated as, that is the bank balance. That is called as bank balance of your business. So we will be treating it as current asset. Okay, now do the total. Here itself you can find out whether your solution is correct or wrong. How will you find out that one? Both must be equal. When you does the total, liabilities and assets must be equal. If it is not equal, somewhere you have committed the mistake. Somewhere you would have forgot. Mostly we will be forgetting the closing stock because it will be in the adjustments. Okay. So now you have to do the total and check it out whether liabilities and assets are equal or not. What is the total you got? It is 4,65,000. So write down 4,65,000. 4,65,000. Now it is tally. So our answer is correct. Now you are having so many doubts. What are those doubts? Number one, why everything at a time I have to write? Correct? That is the first one. So now what we will do? This is the format you have to follow. This is the format you have to follow. First you started with fixed assets. So you gave the heading of fixed assets. Now you started first one furniture. Yes, you have written. Now you have to cross check. Where is the other fixed assets? Land here. You have written plant and machinery, etc., etc. So now you checked, right? How much time you have taken? Maybe you would have taken 2 to 3 minutes. Now again, you will come down. Investments you have written. So now again check the whole question to find out where is the investments. Again 1 minute has gone. Again you came to the current assets. Again check it out, what are the current assets do we have. In between, don't you think you may miss 1 or 2. You will be very busy. You will be very fastly solving the problem because it is the exam, correct? So you want to complete the question fast. Sure, you will miss 1 or 2, isn't it? So now, if you give all the headings at a time, so one after one we are checking. First furniture, under which head it will come, there you are writing. Next, prepaid expenses, under which head it will come, there you are writing. Now will you miss anything? No, there is no chance to miss. And again you need not to check the question also, right? So in single head you can see everything and you can write down everything. With this, you are not missing any transaction. And one more thing, you are saving the time also. So that time you can utilize for the another question or you can cross verify whatever you have solved. Okay. Now, how to give these headings? See, there are two methods. If you are following the permanence method, first fixed assets and long-term liabilities. If you are following the liquidity method, then current assets first and current liabilities first. Never start here capital and here cash in bank or cash in hand. So if you are starting with long term, you have to start with fixed assets. If you are starting with current liabilities, you have to start with current assets. If you are following the permanence method, capital and fixed assets will be coming first. If you are following the liquidity method, you will be starting with current liabilities and current assets. Okay, all of you are clear with this, right? According to the first PU or class 11, we are following this method. Okay. Once you move on to the degree classes, another method we will be following. Vertical format we will be following. It will be little bit taking time. So when it comes, that time we will explain. Okay, hope all of you understood, right? Any of you are having doubts? No doubts, right? If at all you are having any doubts, you are looking for any more different type of problems, please mention in the comment box. Okay, I will check it out. Few comments. And if any questions or queries, if you ask, obviously immediately I will give the response. Okay? No doubts, right? Okay, fine. If you like this video, please like it, share it and subscribe it. Thank you. Bye-bye.